And we are live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to GEG Kentucky's monthly meeting. This is our first monthly meeting, so we're very excited if you are watching us right now on YouTube or if you're watching us later. If you are watching us right now, if you are in the chat right now, if you could go ahead and please sign in. Figure out how to do this. There we go. If you could follow that link and sign in for today's meeting. All right, and we'll go ahead and get some introductions going. All right, I am David Allen. I am a certified Google trainer. I am a special ed consultant for the Hardin County Schools.
I'm Monica Wainscott. I'm digital learning coach at Beechwood Elementary School, and I also teach their 6th grade seminar class.
Kelly is not with us right now. Kelly has a sick child, and she's waiting to get into the doctor with her, so Kelly might pop in a little bit later, but Kelly is not with us right now. And we have some new faces.
Well, I'm one of those new people. I'm Sarah Schartzer. I'm the new Learn captain. And I will have a Bitmoji next time. It's a picture this time, but I'm super excited to be part of this team.
Yay!
Welcome.
We also have another captain, but fortunately he is doing a one-on-one PD or a in-person PD right now, and that person is Jason Reed. A lot of you in Kentucky know Jason. We are very happy to have Jason on the team. So you'll be hearing from him in our next meeting.
Mm-hmm. And if anyone else is interested in being a captain, we have had a few people apply. Just go to our website and we have a Google form on there if you are interested, and you can apply to be a captain as well. So yeah, here are our group links. We've got our Twitter account here. We have our GEG YouTube, and then our website linked is here. And then on Facebook and our Google group, you can always put questions out to the group, and we have educators all over the state and through Global GEG that we can get some of your questions answered for you. So feel free to use those sites to ask any questions that you may have. Okay, some exciting news. GEG Kentucky is finally on the Google Communities map. We're really excited about that. It's really nice to see our name pop up when you go to Google's site for the GEG communities. So if you're looking for any communities in your area, maybe you're not from Kentucky, go to this map and it will show you GEGs in your area as well. And Kentucky is finally on the map at Google, so I'm really excited. Okay, some Google updates. Level 1.
I don't understand.
Sorry, my phone. Level 1 boot camp. It has just happened at Global GEG. They had a Level 1 boot camp. Got some really good positive feedback from that. And their resources for that. If you missed it, you can go back. It's all recorded. You can go back to the boot camp and you can rewatch some of the sessions that happened. Our own David Allen was one of the people that answered questions during office hours. So if you watch that and you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Reach out to me or David or Sarah or Jason or Kelly. We'd all be happy to answer your questions. We are all level 1 and level 2 certified. And then they're also offering a level 2 boot camp coming at the end of July. Their level 1, I believe, was 3 days, and their level 2 boot camp is going to be 2 days. July 24th and 27th. So on our slide deck, we have the links to that, which we shared in the chat on YouTube. So feel free to sign up for it. I know I've got a couple teachers at my school that are getting ready to sign up for it. That's going to be a great resource. They've done a really good job with really helping people through that. Criterion and Web Assessor is how we've traditionally taken the level 1 and level 2 exams. That is still available until July of next year. They were talking about getting rid of it, but they are going to keep it on for another year. But ProctorU is also open. And ProctorU is their new online assessment, and that's how they're going to do it from now on. So you can choose either one. So if you have a voucher, you're going to need to use the Criterion Web Assessor. I don't think they have those for ProctorU yet, but you are able to still take that. The old platform is still available, and there was some discussion about not allowing you to use your notes, or like if you have a boot camp and you all take the exam together, that you're not allowed to talk about it, but they've changed that. They are going to still allow open internet. It will be available during the exam. If you purchase vouchers for your district, they've reduced that minimum. It used to be that you had to buy $1,000 worth of vouchers, and now they have reduced that to $100, but a PO is still required for that, and they're only valid for 6 months. So if you're trying to buy them for the year, maybe think about what you would only need for that 6 months. And I put a frequently asked questions link on there about Criterion and Web Assessor switching over to ProctorU, because there have been some questions about that. There's also a great resource that we added from Megan Swope, and I think she's out of Pennsylvania, but she put together a ProctorU slide deck. So if you're getting your people to sign up, or if you're signing up through ProctorU and you're not sure because it looks a little different, that slide deck is a great resource for you. So I put a link to that there as well. Okay, there's also a new Google Certified Coach program. They have the level 1 and the level 2 educator, and then they also have Google Certified Trainer, which David and Kelly and I are trainers. Jason is a trainer, and Sarah is working on her trainer. We're pushing for her to get it also. She'd be a fantastic trainer. So if you're interested in being a trainer, there's a trainer certification program, but now there's also a certified coach program. And this is specifically for people who spend at least 70% of their day coaching teachers one-on-one. And I attended one of their sessions on it. It was very informative. So I've put some of those notes here. You have to complete the coach curriculum first before you go through some of the skills assessment. And then you have to take that coach skills assessment, which, as far as I know, that's the only one that's free through Google. So that's a free assessment. There is no cost for that. Then you have to also make sure that you have your educator level 1 and level 2 certification on that. And then you have to submit a portfolio, which includes a video, artifacts of coaching success, and a letter of recommendation from an administrator saying that you've been working with coaches and that you would make a great certified coach. And then there is an annual requirement of 100 hours of one-on-one coaching to maintain that certification. I know trainers need at least 12 trainings, but coaching will require 100 hours of documentation each year. So that is something to consider if you're going to go into that. This is specifically for people who want to be Google certified coaches and want to go through that coaching cycle and gather evidence of that. There's also an open chat about that, which we put up in the top of the slide, so that if you're interested, you can go to that Google Meet and talk to people about it. I also put a link to the G Suite Updates blog. That's updated whenever they have any kind of new things that they put out, like Google Meet, for example, which David's going to go over in just a minute. All of their updates, like they've got a noise reduction feature now for background, but it will also tell you which people get that, and sometimes it's not the Google for Education groups. So just check that they keep up on those updates and they put that out there. And Google Plus, if you had Google Plus, if you liked that format, it's now Currents. It's called Currents as of today. They launched that today. So check that out, and we might look at using that in the GEG Kentucky group in the future. So, David?
I'm back.
It's all you.
It's all me. Go ahead. All right. So a lot of us are using Google Meet. One of the things during COVID that Google did was they basically went ahead and did some upgrades and let everybody have these upgrades, and everyone will have these upgrades until September 30th. And then those upgrades will go away. Now, Google Meet is making changes. They are upgrading it, and you can see right here some of the things. Now, there's two different kinds. There's Google Suite for Education and G Suite Enterprise for Education. The G Suite for Education, I believe, is the basic one, and I think it doesn't cost anything or is fairly cost effective. The G Suite Enterprise is the one that costs a little bit more. For education, what's going to be happening, and it kind of depends. There are two different ways they roll it out. There's called rapid release, and then there is the kind of the slower one where they kind of put it out 2 weeks after it. So depending on when your district, how they have the rollouts done, you may not see this for a little bit. So there's going to be easier moderation controls. There's going to be less intrusive knocking sounds. If you've ever been in there and you've had a kid knock and knock and knock, that knocking sound gets a little old. When the host ends the meet, everybody is out of the meet. The kids cannot hang around and chat afterwards. So once that host ends that meet now, the meet's over. The moderator can join before the meet can begin now. So you can kind of get in there ahead of time and maybe get some stuff prepared. If there's anonymous attendees, you can block them out. You can go ahead and disable the chat, the in-meeting chat. There's now a hand-raising feature. There was a hand-raising add-on, but now that is now integrated in Google Meet, along with Tile View. Some of us are using the grid extension. Since Google went ahead and put the Tile View in, I noticed that the extension does not work really well. So if you are actually having issues with it, go ahead and remove the Google Meet extension and go to your Tile View. You can get up to 50 people in the Tile View. There's an integrated whiteboard. It's basically the Jamboard. They've integrated Jamboard into Google Meet, and I know a lot of people are very excited about that. You can now mute all participants instead of everybody at one time. You can restrict who can present. And you can you can blur out surroundings or replace the background. So there's a lot of stuff that Zoom has done in the past. So I think Google Meet now has kind of seen what they did. And I think they've made Google Meet better than Zoom. So I'm hoping a lot of people will go ahead and start using Google Meet over Zoom. Now, if you're an enterprise district, what you're also going to get a polling. So you can poll the students. You're going to have breakout rooms. I know a lot of us were really happy when we heard breakout rooms were coming. However, breakout rooms are only going to be for the enterprise edition. There's also going to be an attendance tracking feature on that as well. And then a Q&A to provide ways for you to ask questions. Basically, it's going to have a back channel. And we've kind of done back channels in the past. So if you're kind of if you kind of have your own back channel, you can continue to use that if you don't have the enterprise version of it. So that is the Google Meet coming. Like I said, everyone is really excited about what Google is doing with Meet. I'm going to go ahead and go down, and I'm going to have our next person pop up. And there's Sarah.
Hi, everybody.
Go ahead.
So I'm just quickly going to go over some upcoming events. Some of these are specific to Kentucky, and they usually meet in person, but this year are online. And then some of them are a little broader, and because they're online this year, you can attend them even if you can't physically get there. So that top row of items, Teach Meet Kentucky, Kentucky Go Digital, Innovations for Learning, and KET Education are kind of the general kind of tech conferences. Those all offer a variety of sessions, so you can follow those links and see what they're offering. But they're really good for any teacher at any grade level looking for any kind of technology. Even the KET one has broadened a little bit. It's not just KET resources anymore. They're doing sessions on other technologies. So those conferences, I would recommend all of those for you or any of your teachers. You might send that out to your school, but they are all free. You do have to register for them. But those would be the general ones. Down at the bottom, I've put 4 that are kind of more specific to subject areas. So, the first one is for school librarians. The Right Center is offering a variety of online conferences this summer. They're actually in California, so the fact that they put them online means that we can attend. The Kentucky Historical Society is doing, they put a lot of their resources online, so they're doing an online conference this summer. And then the World War II Museum has also moved there. They actually have two different conferences. They've moved those all online and made attendance completely free. So I would encourage you to look at those links to sign up for some of them. The beauty of online conferences is that you can kind of pop in and out as you are available. But it'd be a good way for us to prepare for remote or hybrid or whatever kind of classes we're doing when we get back in the fall.
All right, so one of the things that we also are doing is we're kind of have our summer reading. So we kind of put our Bitmojis in, and these are some of the materials that we are reading this summer. I am reading Power Up Blended Learning by Catlin. Catlin Tucker? I'm sure I said that right. Trying to get ready for, what I'm assuming is going to be a hybrid type of learning experience coming up this next school year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm reading Courageous Adventures, which was recommended in the coaching program. If you were interested in doing the Google Certified Coach program, they were going to do a book study on it, and it's about like kind of creating some innovation in your classroom, which really interests me. I'm reading a couple books, but this one I thought was really good. It has some really interesting things in there. So if you're interested in picking up something like that, to kind of see how to use educational technology and innovation in your classroom, then that's a good one to watch.
And I just finished the one I've listed, which is Because Internet. It is not necessarily ed tech ideas for your classroom, but it's about how the internet and our students in particular, that kind of generation of students, have changed language and are kind of creating their own. So it's a really interesting read and gives our kids some credit for what they're doing online.
And Jason is reading the HyperDoc Handbook. And then Kelly is reading Control Alt Achieve by Eric Kurtz, the book he just put out. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you see here is a tutorial from Jason on how to go ahead and set up an interactive Bitmoji classroom. I know everyone's kind of excited about that. So Jason went ahead and put that together. You just follow the link. You'll go to his blog, and it's about halfway down. You'll see the video. It's about 6 minutes long to do it. Done very, very well, and you'll be able to understand it and put it into practice quickly.
Yeah. All the digital learning coaches across Kentucky did Bitmoji classrooms, and it was a lot of fun. So look into it, and if you need any help or you have some really great ideas, put them in our Google group or put them on the Facebook chat, and we'd love to see what you create. If you have any great resources to share those out. Or again, any questions, go to Facebook or our Google group and send it to the group. And we always love to hear fun ideas and see what everyone else is doing. Or of course, you can always tag us in Twitter, and we can answer questions on there as well.
Yes, and our plan is to have monthly meetings. However, we know how crazy the beginning of August is going to be next year, or the beginning of school this year coming up. So we're going to go ahead and skip August for a monthly meeting and meet back in September. I think everybody is going to be focusing on a lot of other stuff in August.
And since the first Monday of the month in September is, of course, Labor Day, we're going to skip that, and we will do September 14th. So we will be back on September 14th at 4:30. In the meantime, if you have any questions, again, reach out. We'd love to answer any questions you have. I know that one of the things in the Google group Megan Bottom had sent out was she's looking for K1 resources of how to use good NTI things or good resources for students using technology in kindergarten and first grade. So if anybody knows any good resources for her, just answer in the Google group or reach out to us, and we will forward that information to her. So if anybody has any great resources, we'd love to share that stuff out. So thank you. Okay. And next time, Kelly and Jason will be here with us, and you'll be able to have the whole group here. So Sarah, thank you for stopping in, and we're really glad that you're part of the GEG group. And anyone else that's interested, maybe you want to be a Learn captain or a Share captain or an Empower captain, or you know someone who would make a great captain, you can nominate them or ask them to apply. And we would love to have it. I think the more people we have working on this from different parts of Kentucky, the better this group is. We are focused on helping teachers so that we can help students. So this is great for Kentucky students, and we look forward to working with everyone.
And then we will see you in September. We have some plans coming up, and so we'll let you know more about them when September gets here. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this later. Have a good summers. Stay cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Where's my camera? There it is. I think I'd never done this before.